21 and the Frippsters are back on the trail. This time we are at Walker's Pass heading SOBO, southbound, to go all the way back to where we just came from.
So it's going to be confusing, but we're now at mile 653 heading south. So, well, keep you informed.
Make good choices.
It's a little grub convention. They look like little spitfires. Little hairy grubs all over the bushes here. I think we're doing this in snow. It's pretty steep. A long way down. There's Joshua trees on the trail, and it's pretty interesting hiking. It's going to be mostly uphill for the day. So far it's pretty gentle. We've had our first break. I've done my rehab, or prehab, depending on what you want to call it. Run into a bunch of hikers coming northbound. Climbed over a few blowdowns, but there's been some trail maintenance. They've generally cleared most of them. And we're off again. Wind's been bitterly cold, at times quite strong. So we're kind of deciding whether we end up staying at the cabin. There's a cabin tonight. If we get there in time, we might find a spot, or whether we grab some water, make dinner, and then just move on for a couple more miles. Strange landscape, keeps changing. This is our first real view of the Sierras. From up high. So you can actually see quite a bit of snow and some higher mountains, although the tops of some of them are covered by clouds.
What am I eating?
What are you cooking there?
Ramen.
Ramen. How about you, Ozzy?
Spanish rice.
Spanish
Pulled pork.
with pulled
Bacon.
pork. Nice.
Yeah.
What are you cooking?
I'm eating fettuccine in a savory chicken flavored sauce.
Oh, very nice.
Rice with broccoli and a little bit of cheese sauce. But with
Aw.
the water, I will make mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Everything left in couscous.
And how about you? A Dutch special?
No, it's just boring. It's just it's like
More
salmon
Spanish
without
rice.
all the added
Ah,
bits.
okay. Very good, very good. And you?
I'm having a cheddar broccoli with pulled pork and barbecue sauce.
Man.
And some onions.
Oh yeah, you've got all your spices. Bacon bits. How about you, Tobias?
Ramen with mashed potatoes.
Ramen with mashed
And broccoli.
potatoes. Nice. And what did you have,
I already
Holly?
ate mine. I had the Mountain House lasagna.
Oh, good.
That one's good.
It was.
First we actually have to climb over. There will be a lot that we'll have to climb through. Sit down. Successful. It's day 22. I've just woken up at a cabin. We had a night with this huge group of mostly Europeans, only 2 Americans and an Aussie and a Kiwi. was kind of a fun night actually. We had a fire going inside the cabin because there was a fireplace, but only 4 of us stayed in there, the smart ones I think. Anyway, we're on the trail. It's a dirt track. It's actually frequented by dirt bikes and buggies, so we're trying to get through this 3 to 4 miles before they start coming through, because it's Sunday morning and tends to be frequented on the weekends. So, well, we've finally been off the dirt bike buggy trail. We're into some forest, which is something different for here. A lot of snow-covered mountains seems to be in almost every direction, so we'll see what we come up against, but we've probably still got a couple of weeks before we get to any of those, so that is good. We've just had an early lunch, met a nice couple from New Hampshire. Trail name's The Show, and toddler snacks. Anyway, great couple, know the snow well, and they're gonna skip the Sierras until after summer. Alright, getting for good shots of Sierras, and by the looks of things, Mount Whitney, tons of snow. And we also just met 3 people from Bound, so starting to meet quite a few Swiss now. Desert. Dry, windy, lots of Joshua trees. This is a thorny bush, and right in there, if we can get in close enough, it's hard to tell. There's a burrow down there. That's where we're going to find those little tortoises. Day 24, back on the trail. Had a relatively calm night at the water cache. I think it's Kelso Road. And wind started to pick up the last couple of hours, about 3 a.m. Started to cool down. At that point, made it hard to get up in the morning at 5:15. And we've been going since. Met a lady who'd been walking through the snow for weeks now, and she said this has been the most beautiful part of it. We think because there's been actual wildflowers and something to see since they've been going through so much snow. And her trail name is Bruiser, because in the Whitewater River, as she crossed it, she got swept away, went down about 100 feet, I think she said, 100 yards, I can't remember, and didn't panic, grabbed hold of a log, pulled herself out, and she was on the right side of the river, so kept going through to Big Bear, but all bruised up on one side of her, left side of her body. Got patched up, there was a nurse in the group, and anyhow, that's how she got her trail name, Bruiser, and she's still going. It's amazing. It's another couple of 100 miles since then. So anyhow, day 24. Out of the hills, near the pine forest. One of the nicest streams we've seen on our trails. It's very fresh, clear, and quite deep.
All of our meals are made with hot water with the jet boil, and then we have these little packages of food. This is oatmeal, and you just add hot water and you seal it up. And AJ made these insulation pockets to keep it warm. Just magical through here, like we're in a fairy tale.
Alright, so we've decided to count the amount of blowdowns across on the trail, so far up to 28, but this is just insane. It's just like a small catastrophe happened. Even the surrounding trees are still dead. All of a sudden we can see more than 20 to 50 metres in front of us, and although I don't know if you can see it on here, there's windmills. And the fog is blowing through, but the sun is coming and might burn it off. That'll be great. I walked along.
Oh, you walked along?
Yep. You can use your sticks to balance with. Wow, successful. Yeah, this area is crazy for blowdowns. Not much further we'll get through them, I think, from what we've been told. Tons of wind turbines. From what I understand, we're going to be walking through them for days. All the way up in the hills in the background. Hiking back up from collecting water, 0.9 mile down. It's a steep rocky road. Morning, day 26, and this is the little valley we've woken up to. It was a reasonably windy night, but we had a reasonably good shelter, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, good morning. So this is where we are. Amazing little landscape, and all of a sudden, monstrous boulders just appeared. And as you can see, this
Came from way over there.
way over there. There's nothing else. Like, where on earth do these monstrous boulders come from? Fans all around us. We're heading to the campsite. We're about a mile out. That'll give us about 12 miles to go. Still on the road. We're almost back on a single trail, which would be nice. We had a couple of 100 feet to go, and then it's basically a bit of flat, and then we're downhill the rest of the day. Those 3 windmills, we basically camped at the base of one of those. That's where we came from this morning. I don't know if you could hear it, but there were some hummingbirds just making a racket.